Hi everyone, welcome to Keith and Ree. We're getting ready to go on our annual camping trip to MacKerricher State Park in Fort Bragg. Got the bikes all loaded up because we're taking the kids and we're getting ready to go. Starting our trip pretty flat, then we start getting into the low mountains. My favorite part's coming up soon. Right here, we entering the redwoods. Always feels like it's a fairy zone. Now we're in Fort Bragg. Time to get to our campsite. Fort Bragg's a very small town, so it only takes a few minutes to get to where we're going. There's Calix. It's our favorite stop. We'll be going there later. See you soon, Calix.
Like on the 6th. It's still isn't here. Yeah.
Maybe here.
Here we are at the entrance of MacKerricher State Park, Fort Bragg. Since we're dry camping, our first stop will be filling up the water, so we have plenty of water for our toilet and sink. We still use the faucets and stuff at the campsite, but it's nice to have the toilet, my favorite part of camping with an RV. There we are. Got everything all set up finally. And first beer of the day, well deserved after the drive. Keith and I are heading out for a quick walk to the beach, which is about 5 minutes from our campsite, which makes MacKerricher State Park one of our favorite places to go. It's nice in the evenings. We can go down there right before sunset and watch it. A lot of times it's foggy, but sometimes you get lucky and get a really clear sunset. Nice and not crowded, which is one of the other reasons we loved Fort Bragg. There's a whole bike trail that runs right along parallel to the ocean, which is truly spectacular.
The seals out there.
There's seals out on the rock. You can't really see them apparently, but they're there. Bring your binoculars if you go. Here we are back at the campsite, and we're having pie iron pizzas. So, what do you need? We'll be listing the recipe, but it's pretty easy. You just need some kind of canned biscuit or pastry. Keith, get out of those olives. He loves to steal them. You're just going to cut them up. Keith, get out of there. Just the size of the little pie irons. We've got our pie irons all prepped with a little cooking spray. And then the kids love it because they get to make their own. Reagan's making hers, and Julia's going to make hers. So basically, whatever you want inside, throw it in there, and then you're going to take it to the fire. So that's the other thing you have to do first, is make a nice big fire, which you're going to make anyway, and then the kids can make their own. We'll also send a link in the notes to where you can get a pie iron. We love them. We have probably one for every person that ever goes on the trip. Of course you can share, but you have to cool them down in between.
Oh, there you go. See, like Julia did.
Julia's getting ultra fancy.
Pizza.
Let's go to the fire. This is the hardest part, waiting.
Okay, don't do that.
It's a meat.
And then
Didn't you have a peace sign? Hey, stop stealing my flame.
they don't take very long. and they're super delicious. I don't know why, but
Sounds like
everything
hot.
when you're camping tastes better.
Getting there. Yeah.
The weather at MacKerricher is always very consistent. Pretty much a high of 50-ish degrees,
You don't touch the
maybe 60 on a really sunny day, and the lows probably around 55, maybe 30s, not usually. Oh, look at that fanciness. Oh, Julia's really getting fancy. She's going for the gourmet toppings.
We have ranch. We don't have ranch.
Cheesy, yummy, very satisfying.
dressing. Ooh, that was good.
You can see we're all wearing jackets, and this is end of July, so it's a nice break from the heat where we live in Northern California. Next day, we're off on an adventure. We're checking out 10 Mile Beach. This is one of our favorite beaches. You can see it's all nice and foggy, which is very typical for Fort Bragg.
Oh yeah, look at that one.
Happened to find a big jellyfish. Yikes, don't touch it.
Looks like some bugs are snagging.
A lot of times there's just dozens and dozens of sand dollars on the beach, and we end up taking so many of them home. They're so beautiful.
Looks like, take bits and pieces of things, put them together.
I love it because I can just walk for basically miles. The girls are going to be sandy later. I wish they hadn't done that. And here we are, coming back into town. Lots of places to buy tchotchkes and little touristy shops, even during the pandemic. But here we are at Calix. If you're ever there, you gotta stop in because it's the best ice cream ever. Look at that. Oh, now I want one. Can we go to Fort Bragg? Check out those pelicans. The Botanical Gardens in Fort Bragg is one of our favorite things to do when we're there. The kids probably are bored, so we don't usually take them along with us. We just kind of go. We even have a membership, so we can go as many times as we want all through the year. There's tons of beautiful art in the gardens, along with tons of native plants, bushes, succulents, you name it. It's just gorgeous there. Today's a very nice sunny day, which is sometimes very unusual for the coast, but we're enjoying it. Still kind of chilly, so make sure you bring your jackets. Ooh, this is Maria's favorite part. I love the succulents. They really do well here on the coast. Not as good as mine do in Northern California. They like the cool, wet, damp weather. Now we're going to go further into the park. This is a beautiful deer gate. I wish we had one like this in our backyard. Oh, hand sanitizer. Must be a pandemic.
That's funny.
One thing we really love is you can walk all the way to the ocean on the very edge of the property of the Botanical Gardens. And that's where we're going. Come with us. There's plenty of places to sit and lots of beautiful birds. Bring your binoculars. Look at that view. This is truly one of the most beautiful places I have ever Now we're going to walk over to the garden area. They have beautiful lettuce, tons and tons of squash. I believe they donate a lot of their vegetables to different food banks also. I like how they have netting over a lot of their vegetables to keep the birds out. It's a good idea.
This place is incredible. Every time we come here. 6 feet apart, folks.
They even have seedlings that they start. Here's some more of the beautiful structures and art pieces that are just all around us.
This is pretty cool. Oh, got wet.
I think Keith just got wet.
Go check out the Dahlia Garden.
Oh, now we're going to go to the Dahlia Garden.
Headed to the Dahlia Garden.
Depending on the time
Here
of
we go.
year, this is so spectacular. I had never seen so many different dahlias in my life. I had no idea that they came in different sizes, shapes, colors. Absolutely gorgeous. Look at those pink ones. They just look like they're fake. Oh, and there's some cosmos in there too. What a beautiful little pagoda. I always thought it would be super romantic to get married there. We're not the only ones that like the cosmos. And the dahlias. Well, it's time to head back.
Our COVID shot.
COVID pose. Thanks so much for joining us. We hope you enjoyed this. We sure did. See you next time.